Chapter 8. Guess who's back? This chapter is going to be good. At least I hope so. Oh, I'm giving you a fair warning now. I think this is also around 9 pages, at the very least. Thank you guys so much for the lovely reviews. You guys are the best. Disclaimer, I do not own. Jeez. Natalie groggily rolled over, as her name was called repeatedly. It was entirely too early for someone to wake her up. Who the heck was calling her? Natalie, get up. Now it's time to get up now. Mom's already made breakfast. Tori heaved a sigh. And Natalie ignored him and rolled over. The girl could sometimes be impossible to wake up. He turned towards him and tried again. Nat! Whoa! Natalie rolled over onto him, almost straddling him, and a sleepy, lazy smile crossed her face. Why are you trying to wake me up? I don't want to get up, Tor. Natalie yawned and placed a single hand on Tori's chest beneath her, then laid her head on his shoulder. Natalie, you have to get up. Mom said so. Natalie laughed as a huge blush spread across Natalie's lots of names here. Tori's face. Esme covered her mouth for her though, to quiet her giggles. So, Tori, I don't wanna. Natalie closed her eyes this time, snuggling to the warm body beneath her. The bright red blush on Tori's face grew even brighter, and this time, even Iceman had trouble holding his own laughter. Tori found his heart rate to a rhythm that was faster than ever before. It was only because of Natalie's closeness. Natalie. Your mom says to get up. I know. Natalie sighed and rolled off of Tori, looking up at the ceiling. Fine, I'll get up. Sorry, Nat. No, you're not. I am. Nuh-uh. Tori grinned nervously and hugged Natalie as she continued to stare at the ceiling. It's time for breakfast. See you downstairs, Nat. Okay. Tori walked out of the room, trying to calm his racing heart and extremely hot face. Natalie strode to her dresser, got out her clothes for the day, and took them to the bathroom, when Adele and Iceman tried not to laugh. Downstairs? Tori, did you finally get Nellie up? Natalie's mom was spoonning rice into bowls as he spoke to Tori. She's always been tasking that girl up. Tori nodded and moved the bottle from Anastasia's mouth, so that she could breathe before placing it back in. She got up, though. Hey, no talk about my sleeping habits. Natalie walked in clothes, showered and grinning. She was in a fairly good mood this morning. Natalie laughed as a blush stained Tori's cheeks when her up walked into the room. It's not like we were talking about anyone else. You're the only one who sleeps like that, besides Anikari, Natalie's mom said, handing the rice bowls to the two sitting at the table. Natalie winked at Tori, who in turn bowed his head and stared at his food. Hey Tor, wanna go do something today? Natalie asked, spooning rice in her mouth. She swallowed and ate a spoonful of scrambled eggs, and grabbed a piece of bacon from the center of the table. I actually want to watch a movie with you, if that's okay, Tori answered quietly, that blush coming back to his face. It would be the first time he asked Natalie somewhere, just the two of them, and so it was almost like a date? Tori, are you... Natalie glanced at her mom, who was humming away in the kitchen, and lowered her voice to whisper, Are you asking me on a date? Sort of. Tor, be honest. Are you or no? Natalie put her hands on her hips and gave Tori a look that said, Be honest. I am, Tori said, slightly dejected. Well, she said no. Then yes, I would love to go. I'm sure Mom wouldn't mind watching the stage for an hour or two. Right, Mama? Natalie beamed at her mother's back and watched her. She nodded. Yes, of course. I'll watch the baby for you. You two do need some fun time anyways. Thanks, Mom, Tori added, smiling at her joyfully. Natalie giggled at the look on Tori's face, then turned to a PT at her hip. Delia, can you... Ivan and I are already on it. We found one, but you have to just go. Don't ask what it is. We picked a movie for you two together. Your tickets will be ready when you get there. Delia answered, smirking at Natalie, who was almost surprised at her Natalie's quickness and completed the task before she had been asked to do it. Keyword almost. LOL. What time are they for? 12:30, and then we have the rest of the day planned. With Tori's help, of course. This is going to be your best first date ever. We promise. Ashman told Natalie, grinning his face off the entire time. Natalie shook her head, wondering what the two nerds would have schemed together for her and Tori. Well, then I guess we better get ready for this ultra wonderful date thing, huh? Natalie asked, turning to face Tori, who was still grinning like an idiot. Yes, I think so. Well, come on. We only have 2 hours. Snatched up Tori's hand, Natalie waited until he handed the baby to her mother, then drugged him obsessed with her. At 11:45 a.m. See? Look, Tori. I told you. It's right there. Natalie was pointing madly at the church that had been there the day before, but was now there in the same spot that it had been. The couple was on the way there to the movie theater and had walked right past the spot where the church was supposed to have been, but it wasn't. At least, it wasn't last time they walked there together. Nay was there in broad daylight, as if a constant reminder that it did indeed exist. Wow, well, so Tori could manage, because he had to remember that a church was not there the day before. What's going on?
Strange.
Churches don't appear and disappear out of the blue. Maybe they were in a DA? Nelly suggested, trying to come up with a good reason as to why this was happening. At the missional area? No, I think we would have known if we were in the missional area, Nat. But then what else? I have no idea. Tori stared at the church, even stopping from his marble step, memorizing everything about it. He had never seen the building before in his life, and for the fence to come back again, he didn't know if he would ever see it again. Plus, something just wasn't right about it. Well, no use in worrying about it right now. We could check it out when we were on our way home, Nelly said, taking Tori's hand and continuing on. Tori nodded, allowing Nelly to lead him away, though he was still glancing at the church until they walked so far they couldn't see it anymore. Something was weird about that church. At the movies. I wonder what they picked, Nelly stated excitedly, grasping Tori's arm like a little lost puppy to find its new owner. A flush ran across his shy boy's cheeks, but he tried to ignore that fact and just enjoy being there with Natalie. She grinned at Tori's blush and led him to the ticket kiosk, where they got their tickets and went inside. Natalie waved excitedly when she saw Len and Melu, which brought another bright blush from Tori. Nat, Tori, what are you two doing here? Melu cried, hugging Natalie like she hadn't seen her at school the day before. Natalie laughed and hugged Melu back, knowing what her friend was thinking before she asked any questions. While Natalie was tying her embrace, Melu asked in a whisper, Are you two on a date? Yes, Natalie whispered back excitedly. She was so happy that she could share her joy with someone, especially Melu. She knew Yao would probably call her when she got home, if Melu got back before she did. Hey Tori, what's up? Len questioned, grinning at Tori, who nodded and smiled shyly. He couldn't bring himself to say anything because at the moment, he was blushing too much for his own good. So what are you two here to see? Melu had finally released Natalie, only for her to go back to try and cling to his arm again. Actually, we don't really know. Natalia and Ison picked the movie out, and I didn't even bother to look at the tickets. But the guy told us what theater it was, so that's where we're going. Natalie answered, knowing that her answer sounded kind of silly. Though in truth, she didn't care all that much either way. Well, let me look at your tickets, Melu said, holding her hand out for the tickets. Tori handed them wordlessly to her, and her smile grew. You're seeing the same movie as us. We can sit together. Can we get some popcorn first, Melu? I'm kind of hungry. That's why she blushed at Melu, as she put her hands on her hips, and Nellie left along with Tori. That relieved the slight shyness in Tori, and he found himself smiling wider. Because not only was he on his very first date with the most wonderful girl he had ever met, but now Len and Melu were there to share that with him. That made Tori so happy that he wasn't nervous about messing up the date. Yes, honey, we can get some popcorn. How about you two get us some seats? Melu turned to Tori and Nellie, gave them a smile that said everything would go fine. They both nodded and walked away, arm in arm, towards the theater. So, I wonder how Tori got the nerve to ask her to move today. I suggested to him, but I didn't think he would actually do it. Then whispered Melu, as the two had disappeared from sight. Melu nodded and stood in line with her boyfriend, holding his hand happily. Wow, Len, I'm proud of you. I didn't think you knew anything about getting a girlfriend, and here you are helping Tori out with Nellie. I got you, didn't I? Len grinned at this, and Melu laughed loudly. Len, I don't count. I was in love with you before we were going out, Melu answered matter-of-factly, and then she ordered the popcorn, along with the large drink, and then one of each for the other two. You do have a point, I guess. Don't think too hard about it. Melu giggled again, and tapped her boyfriend on her nose, since his hands were now full with a single tray holding both large drinks and popcorns. Melu, if I didn't love you so much, Len told her, grinning and laughing at her obviously good mood. He followed Melu to the theater where they spotted Tori and Nellie sitting together, with two empty seats beside them. Melu sat down first, and then Len after, while Nellie took her popcorn and drink from the tray when he walked by her. Hey, how much was this? Nellie asked, handing Tori the bag of popcorn, while she put the drink in the cupboard between them. Doesn't matter, Len said, starting to munch on popcorn already. Melu nodded in agreement, and the theater began to grow darker. Oh, let's see if this movie is any good, Nellie whispered to Tori, who had laughed and ate some popcorn from the bag. 45 minutes later. I refuse to be your sloppy seconds. I'm not just something you can give and take away. I'm not. Both Nellie and Tori stared wide at the movie screen. Sloppy seconds. That was in the note. Nah, Tori. They had both words to each other at the same time. The convey the thoughts to one another. But one looked at the other told them that they didn't have to. They were both thinking the exact same thing, at the exact same time. That's what seconds are. That note was talking about me. Natalie's hand shook as she pointed at herself. As if to fixate the word me. Natalie couldn't believe it. There was no way. At all. She shook her head and tried to clear her head. She was on her first date with Tori, for goodness sakes. She couldn't be scared. She couldn't have flashbacks. Not right now. Nat? Yeah? Don't worry. Nat, don't worry. I'm trying. Natalie leaned forward and met forehead to forehead with Tori, who placed a hand on the back of her head and held her there. Well, don't try. Just do it. Do it. Stop worrying. Just do it. Tori whispered her and Nellie nodded. Though their foreheads were still touching, they stayed like that for 2 seconds, which was all the time that Tori needed to get this courage. He leaned forward and kissed her lips softly, just not to distract her thoughts. Nellie tried not to show her surprise or her enjoyment, but the blush on her face said all for her. Tori, shh, the movie's still going on. Tori smiled at Nellie, resting her head and turning back to face the movie screen. Or releasing her head. Tori had done the right thing too, because after that, it was all Nellie could think about. Nellie leaned back in her chair and tried to focus her thoughts on the movie, but now she couldn't. At all. An hour later, at 12:15 p.m. Wow, that was actually a pretty good movie, Melly told Len and the others, while she pressed a few buttons on Rose PET. The Navis had been watching the movie too, and were all talking to each other about it, when Mela had locked Roll out. Megan, go back to your own PET. It's not my fault you locked Roll out while I was holding her. Megan answered, grinning at his girlfriend, who was blushing brightly. He ran his fingers across the blush on her cheeks, making her blush more. Jeez, Lan, please give Megan into my PET before Roll dies from blushing so much. Mela kicked at her Rose blush, brightened even more, and she gave an angry huff at her up. Melu, leave me alone, Roll cried in expiration. Nadella left, and so did the Iceman, though they were both back in their own PETs. Ned, are you hungry? Guess I am, Tori stated, glancing at Nellie out the corner of his eye. She was holding onto his arm again, and this time she was leaning on his shoulder too, with her eyes closed as they walked. Nellie opened her eyes. Actually, I was just thinking about that. Why don't we go somewhere and get something to eat? I'm starving now that I think about it. Yeah, no kidding. That popcorn didn't help at all, Nan interjected, even though neither of them had actually been talking to him. Well, Nan, since we're all hungry, let's go get some food. What do you guys want? Ellie asked, glancing around at their little group. Curry! Lan, you always want curry. Yeah, I know, but the curry at the place owned by the World 3 people is the best, Man shouted, popping his fist in the air. Just the thought of their news made his mouth water. You do have a point, Toy said, not agreeing with Lan. They actually did have really good curry, despite the fact that they were the world's most awful villains. They had really sucked at their job as bad guys, but that was besides the point. Tori felt Nellie stiffen up, just a little bit. It was probably at the mission of 4-3. Even though the retired males weren't there when she was, they probably wouldn't even know her. Well, Nat, what do you say? You want to go there? Nana questioned, and Nellie nodded silently. She would be alright. Even the zoo was owned by older World 3 members. It wasn't like they were Dr. Wally or anyone that was there, which she had been a part of that weird, dark, abusive group. She only knew the people because of the curry restaurant they owned, and they were pretty friendly and nice to her every time she had gone. Sure, let's go. I'm in the mood for some curry anyway. Yeah, let's go! Leonard cried excitedly, popping his fist in the air again. Mabel looked around at the people staring and dragged her boyfriend out of the theater with Nellie and Tori in tow. Amaha Ichiban at 2:30 p.m. If it isn't Lennon's friends, welcome to our shop. Yahoot was behind the counter when they walked in, smiling and laughing among each other. He nodded towards the kids and waited for them to take a seat, before nodding at Maddie. Well, Lan, I guess you just want to be beat up so badly that you had to find me on a Saturday? As they went around to the corner of the closest booth, Len gabbed at Chun Yai, who were selling a soda today. Or, together. Wow, hi Nellie. And Tori too, of course. Yai smiled and waved at them, happy that our friends were there, along with the love of her life, of course. We don't get a hi too, Yai? Milo asked, as she sat down next to Chun in the booth. Natalie, Tori, and Lan sat down on the outside of the table, and all six grinned at each other. Hi, Melu. Hey, Lan. Hello, Lan. What are you guys up to? We just got at the movies. And you know how Lan is after a movie. He looked to Yai, winking at Len playfully from the other side of the table. Chad rolled his eyes and put his arm around Yai's shoulders, sipping out the straw for a moment. He glanced at Tori and Natalie, which caused both to blush. Chad had regarded them as a couple. Hey, I'm not the only one. Natalie and Tori were hungry too, Len said, pouting slightly. Maylee was trying to make him sound like he was always hungry, which he was, but that was beside the point. So what do you want? Minnie questioned, glaring at Maylee and Yai before turning to Natalie and smiling at her. She liked Natalie because Natalie never called her old. We would like some chicken curry, old lady, Yai told her, smirking at Maylee, who laughed. Maylee gave a growl, but wrote it down anyway, before walking over to Yahoo to tell him what to make. Lan, how you doing? Lan turned to find the many cold Mr. Match, lounging in the booth behind him. I'm fine, Mr. Match. How are you? As well as can be expected, I guess. I heard some rumors that said Fireman to check it out, though he ain't come back yet, so I'm starting to wonder what happened. What were the rumors about? That someone from Ward 3 was causing some problems, but that can't be because all of us are here, and we would know whether or not we were causing problems. I said he'd like me with him, and he hasn't said much either, Count Seb called from behind the counter. He was currently putting out the plates so it would be easy for Yahoo to fill them. I wonder what happened. Natalie glanced around at the table, though she realized that Natalie had turned her head, and I was now facing the window. Apparently, someone had hacked into some of the military systems and saw a few research programs. That's saying someone was destroying everything in its path to get there, Maddie added, swinging around on the torso by the group's table. A few more customers walked in and she hopped up, going to take their food order. Full as hell! Saab placed the food on the table with a happy grin at the money he was sure to get from this group. He handed out plates all around, and everyone started eating, causing Marge to get up. It was rude to bother people while they were eating. So I wonder who it could be. I know Wally's at the back, and everyone else that was in Ward 3 quit, I said, when he had inhaled all of his food. They picked her food for a bit, before shaking her head and eating it all quickly. She was trying to force her thoughts, the what-ifs that were coming to mind. Tori focused his ears and eyes on the girl beside him, though on the outside he was eating quietly, just like he normally did. Finally, he saw Nellie finish all her food and take a deep, slow breath. She set her spoon down and looked seriously at the other 5 people around her. Then she raised her hand. Mr. Match, Maddie, can you two come over here for a second? Tori's brain ran like clockwork. He knew exactly what Nellie was doing and what Nellie was about to say. As soon as he should call those two over. The two came, as requested, and Nellie reached into her back pocket and pulled out the note. Ah? What's this? Match asked her, regarding the folded piece of paper oddly. He took it as Nellie offered it to him, and then looked up at her expectantly. Read that and tell me what you think. Nellie's voice was cool, and unusually calm, which was never something that she'd got from such a playful girl. Tori took hold of her hand under the table, and Nellie breathed a slight sigh. It gave her relief to know that he was supporting her decision. Match read the letter, then handed it to Maddie, who then gave it a zap, and finally he gave the letter to Yahoo behind the counter. When all 4 had read it, Maddie headed back to Natalie, and she simply handed it to Chad. Chad opened the letter and read it, with Malin and Yai reading over his shoulder. Lan was the last to read it though, because when he handed it to Tori, he gave it back to Natalie. Who is that from? Maddie had felt the need to ask, before any other questions were directed at the girl she barely knew. Natalie shrugged her shoulders. We don't know. Who is we? Me and Tori, Natalie replied, her voice extremely solemn. Maddie nodded and turned to look at the face of the rest of the group. Why did they look so worried all of a sudden? So he's it from? Madge asked, and this time Tori answered him. We don't know. We found it in my sleeping bag. At your sleeping bag? So this was directed at you, Tori? This time Mayla had a question, and both Tori and Nellie nodded an answer. Yeah, it is, Nellie said quietly. Her voice trying up when she hadn't meant to. The word look that crossed Mayla's face was horrible for Nellie to see, and she soon realized that even Yao was saying the same thing as she had been. Mr. Match, Maddie, can I ask you a question? What exactly are sloppy seconds? Well, when a boy and a girl boyfriend had girlfriend, May started, but then turned to Matt because she was lost for words. And then they break up. Match added on. Can't stop finding himself hanging to finish sentence. It's usually an insult to their ex, and the ex's new boyfriend or girlfriend to call them a sloppy second. Oh no. Then covered her mouth, the words slipped out, and she felt Tori's grip on her hand tighten. Natalie, who was your boyfriend before Tori? Maddie asked, and watched as the girl moved the shaking hand from her mouth. She didn't deny that Tori was not her boyfriend, because at the moment that didn't even matter. The thoughts running through Natalie's head made her unable to speak, so Dex answered for her. Dex. At the single name, Tori received several unbelieving looks because everyone had known the truth. Dex had killed himself. There's no way, Tor, Natalie stated, trying to make himself believe what he spoke. But no one could deny that the letter was indeed talking about Natalie, and no one could shake the fact that the letter was there. But he's the only person, I said, leaning against shot. There was no way Dex could be back, because he was dead. There was just no way. Guy's right, Natalie shakily told them, leaning against Tori and closing her eyes tight. She felt like crying now. And this would have three brothers to stay himself. There's that too, Match added, wondering just how it was possible for this kid to be alive again. You remember reading the story in the paper about the kid that killed himself. So how's he writing letters to an ex-girlfriend if he was dead? But how? Many asked, looking around at all the worried faces. Who thinks that's gonna cause shot, of course? I don't know, but... Match, you never believe what just happened to us! Match, you never believe what just happened to us. The Luckman chokes at the materials back into his PET, wiping sweat off his brow. One of his pilots were broken, he had his left arm in pain. Slowly, Fireman came back to his PET too, and didn't say a word. Slightly angered himself for having to log out. What happened? Are you two alright? Countstep cried, staring down at his PET. He slid in a healing chip for his Navi. Electman nodded, taking the chip gratefully and plopped down the ground of his homepage, giving a sigh. We'll be fine. But hey, do you remember that really big yellow Navi? The one that used to hang out with Megwin at the time? Nella looked around at everyone and saw them staring at Countstep's PET with their faces paling. Seemed he and Chow were the only ones that were calm. Yes, I do. What about him, Electman? He was the one seeing all that stuff. He saw some cloaking programs that the government had been testing. Cloaking programs? What exactly do they do? They hide stuff in the river from being seen. All the tests have been successful, and so he said he was taking them. Something about replacing the ones at home. Did you say where that was? No, he didn't. But I think we could probably... There's no need for that. Tori interjected, stepping into the conversation between Nuffy and Alp. He now knew exactly where to go, and exactly who he would find there. There isn't? Why not, kid? Because now I know where it is. There was a church... Something else? Jeez. Mitty gave an exasperated sigh. What was all these things happening at the same time? And how did they tie into each other? Nothing was making sense to her. She turned to Tori, but he was more preoccupied with the girl beside him, whose blood was shaking so hard that he was shaking too. Natalie, Mila whispered, watching as her friend covered her face with her hands. She watched as Natalie tried to breathe slowly and calm herself. She was doing an awful job of it, and everyone could tell. Tori put his arms around her and hugged her to him this time, hoping that would help her some. That church that we passed on the way home that keeps showing up and then going away again. I remember Natalie talking about earlier. I spent this time answered the group's questioning gaze, figuring that Tori needed the time to help Natalie out anyway. A church that vanishes and appears? What the heck is going on? May yelled, giving each of her ponytails a tug. Then, untying her apron, she tossed it over the counter Yahoot and snatched up her PET from the bar. Come on, you guys. We're going. Match, bring it. We're gonna find this kid who's taking me off, and now he's throwing the word name. What? Why me? Because you're my boyfriend. Now you heard me. Get up. You guys too. We're going to this church. And we're marching down asking this weird kid what he's doing and why. May demanded. And all six at the table got up, though Tori and I did so extremely reluctantly. But there's no way it could be him, I said. And this time even John shook his head at her. Yeah, he's the only one that could call Natalie a sloppy second. Not only that, how many people do you know own a big yellow Navi? That's Gus, man. We all know that it has to be him. There's no denying that. Chad told her, taking her hand as they walked towards the limo. He opened the door for her, and then motioned for everyone else to get in. He knew that Nanda would willingly walk to a place where they couldn't possibly meet a dead person. At the church? I thought you said Evangeline appears, Minnie asked as she climbed out of the limo. She stood with her hands on her hips, as the rest slowly filed out of the crowd behind her. Just because Evangeline appears doesn't mean we won't see it now. Maybe he wants us to see about it, Mr. March said, regarding the building in front of him. It looked like a simple enough church, and was almost kind of pretty. It wasn't for the fact that it was housing a kid that was supposed to be dead. Maybe it's not in here and we're all blowing this out of proportion, Hila added, staring up at the church nervously. John and Chad both shook their heads and started climbing the stairs. Well, let's see then, Chud replied, reaching the top stair and opened the door. He headed over for Yai, and then as it started to shut, Lan ran up and headed over for the oncoming people in their little group. Nellie and Tori walked in behind Meilu. Nellie grasping Tori like a life jacket, and Tori simply stared straight forward. As Lan looked at him a little more, he almost thought Tori looked angry. Now what was Tori mad for? Shrugging, he waited until Mr. Match got to the door and took Lan's spot, holding it open for Maddie. When all of them were inside, Match left the door shut, and the group found themselves inside of an entrance area. It was a small little room, and in front of them stood a set of doors, which Chad pushed open. What he saw made Meilu and Yai gasp, as well as him and Lan stare. Lan was the first one to speak, however. The amount of fear in her voice was enough for many and Matt to know who it was. Dex. It was when Nellie got up before she fainted right there, with Dex staying almost 30 feet away from them. Tori caught her right before she hit the ground, but then it changed that fact of what they saw. Dex was there, alive in front of them. What the heck was going on?